Ubisoft has revealed its Battle Royale FPS called Hyper Scape. And I know what you're thinking, another Battle Royale? While it has many of the core tenets you'd expect from the genre, Hyper Scape is trying some new things. Let's run down everything that makes it unique. Revives and respawns. When players die, they're not necessarily out of the game. Instead, they turn into invisible entities that can still run around the map. They just can't do anything other than move. What this means is that dead teammates can effectively be scouts by spotting enemies and watching their movements for teammates who are still fighting. This makes death less of a punishment. It keeps you invested in the game and further encourages communication even if you die. To respawn a teammate, you need to find a restore point, which is created where any opponent dies. The dead player needs to sit on it while an active teammate revives them. It can make for aggressive play since you have to defeat an opponent or track down a dead enemy to bring back a teammate. Loot and gear progression. Hyper Scape doesn't feature tiers and colors for loot. Instead, all gear can be upgraded up to 4 times throughout a match by finding duplicates of them. For example, if you have an assault rifle and loot another one, it then gets upgraded with a slight magazine capacity increase and damage boost. In practice, this incentivizes looting even after you found your favorite loadout. Special abilities are called hacks, which you'll also loot during a match. Since the game's characters don't function like heroes, you can custom fit which 2 abilities you want when you find them on the map. It adds a bit of a strategic layer since you can swap hacks throughout the match and use the 2 you find most effective in tandem. Hacks don't have limited uses, instead they run on cooldown timers. Some of my favorites were the teleport dash, temporary invisibility, a massive wall, and a super bouncy hamster ball. Like weapons, you have to loot duplicates of the same hack to upgrade it, which gets you shorter cooldown timers. Being crowned the winner. You don't necessarily have to be the last one standing to win in Hyper Scape. When it gets down to the last few squads, a crown will spawn on the map. Players can pick up the crown, which will then start a 45-second countdown. If the crown holder can stay alive for the entire 45 seconds, their team wins. However, the crown holder's location will be revealed to all the remaining players when it's picked up, leaving them open for attack. If your team thinks tactically though, you can set yourself up to defend the crown holder or effectively dodge death. But if another team picks it up, you better get after them fast. How the map shrinks. Players aren't forced in from a deadly closing circle like most battle royales. Hyper Scape's map is designed to resemble a small city, and it's cut up in distinct chunks or districts. As the match progresses, whole sections get chopped off. This is to prevent situations where a circle would awkwardly enclose players in buildings, and this prioritizes the intended map design. Arena shooter vibes. Combat encounters in Hyper Scape remind me of Unreal Tournament or Quake. You have double jumps, jump pads, no fall damage, and a fairly high time to kill. It's fast paced, and the map is designed with verticality in mind. And your weapons reflect the more arcade style feel. You have rocket launchers, grenade launchers, chain guns, shock rifles, and more conventional guns that function similarly to how they do in arena shooters. Rather than spotting players from afar and then cutting them off with a well-placed shot, you'll initiate fights with the intention of starting a head-to-head shootout. Twitch audience participation. Viewers on Twitch streams can participate in the game as well. Hyper Scape features a Twitch extension that lets a streamer's viewers vote on in-match events. These can range from allowing triple jumps, unlimited ammo, speed boosts, and more for a short period of time. Eventually, viewers will also gain in-game rewards and advance their battle passes by participating. Streamers will also be able to invite viewers to squads easily through that Twitch extension. However, these features will be implemented at a later date. So, those are the notable features that can help Hyper Scape stand out in the Battle Royale space. As of this video, Ubisoft is running a technical test currently only on PC. There are sure to be more details on the game soon, and when they come, you can find them here on GameSpot.